So the city is still standing after the Knicks win. The city has been united in joyous celebration like never before. Videos of it have been all over the news and the internet. People think that the city, is burned down, that a line of buses across 42nd Street were burned down, but really the city, reset itself by 8 o'clock the next morning. And although there were some cars and people that were hurt and, some revelry that went too far. In fact, it looked like one of the people arrested was a Florida man. And so given the huge amount of tourists in the city normally, and then plus with the World Cup, there's a large chance that not all of those people who were doing antisocial behavior at like 3:30 in the morning after everyone else had gone home, weren't, they may have not even been New Yorkers. They may have been out-of-towners looking to just take advantage of the situation and engage in antisocial behavior. But the entire city was outside and was unified. Every single neighborhood, it seemed to have their own gathering of like a couple hundred to maybe 1,000 people who all celebrated and, had black parties or sang or, each neighborhood did their own thing, of course, but there were just videos across the entire city that were beautiful to see. Even, in the big games, it was great to see the mayor was outside even, in bars and going around, sticking his head out of cars, going through some of the crowds, and generally just keeping the vibes high. And it is great to see Mondami outside and enjoying the city and engaging in the positive vibes. And I think that, unlike Eric Adams, who was chronically outside and basically partying was what he kind of wanted to do with the job more than any policy, I think as long as like once or twice a year, Mamdami's been seen outside partying with people or taking part in big groups as a normal person, it's actually going to be something quite endearing that, will probably help his popularity and normalize him to a great degree. Unlike Eric Adams, where, if you're too outside and, it looks like you're trying to enjoy yourself first before putting any policy goals or achieving something for people, you just come off looking incredibly corrupt, which is how Eric Adams appeared even before we got evidence of all his corruption down the line. But to stay on the positivity of New York City, it's incredible to have a mayor who understands positivity and positive vibes and is able to take part in that energy without being an immediate buzzkill. I voted for basically every one of these mayors except for Eric Adams, but actually not Bloomberg, so I was too young. But Bloomberg, de Blasio, Adams, I wouldn't trust any of them to be able to give a good Knicks victory celebration speech and not do something just weird or out of touch, as a politician is so often wont to do. There's New York City's going to have a great run. The World Cup finale is going to take place not here, but across the river in Jersey, mid-July. And, we still Pride Month in New York City, leading up to the Pride Parade at the end of June, which is always an incredible blast, even if, it's just a huge party for downtown for people who want to go out and have fun. And, it's great to have a mayor who seems to be able to take part in that and to see the city so united and happy. I mean, the spontaneous celebrations of joy, and I've never seen so many people spontaneously hug each other in one night. The only thing that came, and there's nothing that comes close to it. And New Yorkers are not very touchy-feely people, strangers to begin with at all. So, obviously this collective euphoria won't last forever. And even if the Knicks win the championship next year, it won't have the same effect because of this pent-up anxiety of 53 years of not winning had on the sort of psyche of New Yorkers and basketball fans. I think that the Knicks is the team closest to the heart of New Yorkers out of any of our sports teams. And it was just a given that the Knicks were going to lose my entire life. It was just a consistent fact of New York City sports until Jalen Brunson really came and things started to turn around. And now, having gotten over this hump, I think that there's going to be no moment like the parade coming up, and it may legitimately get, 3 to 5 million people, depending on how many out-of-towners or people who have to move out to the suburbs or Connecticut decide to take the train or drive in, because it's going to be crazy, and it's going to be a wonderful, beautiful day.